extremely difficult. I feel like I let my teammates down tonight.
Your emotions normally aren't this emotional for us. What has brought this on? It's
Just missed opportunities throughout the game. It's been a long season. I hate how it ended, and that's going to stick with me for a long time.
It ended up being 5 turnovers overall. I know it just happened, but can you kind of take us into why it felt like you guys could catch up?
Yeah, can't win with 5 turnovers. Fumbled twice, threw 2 picks. You shoot yourself in the foot like that, you don't deserve to win football games.
Josh, having said that, did it add the frustration kind of the way the game ended with a couple of questionable calls?
Yeah, I mean, losing that way regardless, losing in the playoffs is not fun. So.
Did you get an explanation on the Brandon Cooks play at the end?
No.
Can you process how the team was able to stay in the game all the way to that catcher interception play in overtime despite all the adversity?
Yeah, I mean, this is a team that's, again, we were battle tested all year. Down 2 scores at halftime. Come out, sack, fumble, hold them to 3. Find ourselves leading that game. If 1 or 2 plays go our way, it's a different story.
Josh, the play at the end of the first half, you had 16 seconds, no timeouts. Why not just take a knee there and go into the half?
Just trying to be aggressive. Can't do that.
Josh, what did you say to your teammates after the game?
I haven't been doing a lot of talking other than I love my teammates and I'm extremely sorry and disappointed in how this ended.
Josh, you mentioned this has been a long year. Is there anything in particular that's sticking out to you about this season?
Not at the moment. Thank you, guys.
All right, not the result we wanted. I thought the guys played hard, and we had some chances at the end of the game to win it. Didn't fall our way, but I'm extremely proud of how hard the guys played. We had some guys go down again, and some other guys stepped in and gave it all they had. So, tough way to end the season. But I'm proud of the guys. I really am proud of them. Time's yours.
Sean, Josh came in and he was visibly in tears. We've never seen him like that, at least out here. Just how distraught was this loss for everybody?
Yeah, well, you get a chance. You're coming on the road 2 weeks in a row, and the guys fought their butts off, man. And they know what they put out there in terms of the commitment, the effort, the toughness, the grit. What more could you ask for? Opportunities to win the game. We had a few of them, and at the end of the day, they didn't work out, and that's hard. You go into this, and you put a lot into it all season long, including this week, and that's why you play the game, though, at the same time. And these guys will learn. They learn some lessons from this game, and sometimes hard lessons.
Sean, did you get an
Can you take us into that sequence on the Brandon Cooks?
Yeah.
What ended up being the interception, the timeout, and what you were told?
Yeah, so obviously I don't have the power to challenge, right? We're in overtime, so the flag is not an option to throw it down. So I called a timeout to try and get the process to slow down, because it seemed like the process was not slowing down. It was a rather rapid unfolding of the review, if there was review, and so I called a timeout to try and slow it down. It would seem logical to me. It would seem logical to me that it make a lot of sense that the head official would walk over and want to go and take a look at it just to make sure that everybody from here who's in the stadium to there are on the same page. That's too big of a play, in my estimation, too big of a play in a play that decided the game potentially as well, to not even slow it down. And that's why I had to call the timeout. It's not what I wanted to do, but I had to do it in order to make sure that I understood what was going on and that they did take a look at it. And it's hard for me to, and I've had a chance to look at it, it's hard for me to understand why it was ruled the way it was ruled. And if it is ruled that way, then why wasn't it slowed down? Just to make sure that we have this right. That would have made a lot of sense to me, to make sure that we have this thing right, because that's a pivotal play in the game. We have the ball at the 20, maybe kicking a game-winning field goal right there. So I'll just leave it at that. But I'm saying it because I'm standing up for Buffalo, damn it. I'm standing up for us. What went on is not how it should go down, in my estimation. That plays, these guys spent 3 hours out there playing football, pouring their guts out, to not even say, hey, let's just slow this thing down. That's why I'm bothered.
In your eyes, was the catch down by contact?
In my eyes it was, yes, in my eyes it was. But even if it wasn't, okay, let's just say it, and I'm being objective, even if it wasn't, the players are owed, to me, hey, let's stop it, let's slow it down, let's put the head referee and give him a chance to look at the monitor, just to make sure, Once
you called the timeout and you were able to have discussion, had their minds already been made up, or was there anything?
Well, when I called the timeout, I said, hey, I asked Brad Allen on our sideline, who was assisting us on our sideline, I said, hey, can you get Carl over here? And Carl came over, and those guys were great, they were great. And I said, hey, what did you see? And then somebody said, hey, New York has confirmed. New York has confirmed. And from that point, it was a moot point. We were moving on. Had I not called timeout, they were just moving on, it appeared. Now, the process that was going on before I called timeout, I can't tell you what that was, in all fairness right there. So when I finally got communication was when I called the timeout, and then we went from there. So, and this is not about, hey, we lost, so it's not about that at all. You play the game, you play it fair and square. I just again wish, I just for the sake of the players and all the time and energy that was spent, 3 hours, 70+ minutes of a game, that was a pivotal play. That's all I'm saying.
Coach, no young plays in this game, but at the end of the first half, why the decision of no timeouts in 16 seconds? Just try to do something rather than just go down and hang it on.
Yeah, I thought about it. Wanted to see if we could get just take one play and see if we could get a little bit of a chunk, towards the sideline. If it's not there, let's throw it out of bounds. Wanted to see if we could get a little bit of a chunk, maybe get a field goal before half. Wanted to be aggressive, but didn't work out.
Coach Josh, when he was so emotional here, he basically put the loss on his shoulders.
Yeah, it's
What
not
would
on
you
him.
tell him that
No,
that's not the case?
no, it's not on him. No, it's not on him. We had opportunities, all of us, and I'm extremely proud of him. He's a tremendous person, tremendous leader, tremendous quarterback, and there's plays we all want back.
What did you see from your defense with some of the stops that they made to keep you guys in it?
Yeah, again, in the second half, I thought first half, we didn't play as well as we could have. Second half, Bobby and the staff made some adjustments, players stepped up, seemed to understand that the adjustments, and we shut them down pretty good. And, that last exchange of the OT there, they got in a spot where, they got a good field goal kicker who can hit from, 58, 60+. So we were just trying to, knock them back if we could. So we ended up playing man or zero quite a bit. And that's what led to some of the DPIs there.
What happened on the Dane Jackson play, Martin Lynch touchdown?
Yeah, just man-to-man situation there. They made a play.
John, injuries all year, this was so hard for you. But that play, you used to try for the one play. You lost Cam Lewis, and they go right at Savvy. I mean, you can't make this shit up. I mean, it's just, right?
Well, it's partly on them, giving credit for attacking where there was somebody who wasn't, the player who's normally there. But at the same time, again, I give our guys, we've been Rolodexing lineups all season long, and nobody shied away from going out there. Nobody shied away from, doing their job, trying to do their job to the best of their ability.
not how you settle the loss, but how you feel about your team's stones, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, I mean, that's how this team was. I mean, every team takes on their own identity. Some are finesse, some are physical. This team was physical, this team was tough, this team, was next man up quite a bit of the year, and we grew from it, and they grew from it, and I think that's a remarkable thing about them, and to come here and battle like they did, even in the midst of, again, injuries right from the first play, Dorian, and I think that's I love these guys, I really do. They gave us all they had.
Is there a report on that, or they get it?
I don't have an update. I know he was taken to the hospital. I don't have an update yet. All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.